I'm taking it slow, but I just want more. I'm taking it slow, just go with the flow. I'm taking it slow.
It's finally happening. After years of waiting, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is real, it's gorgeous, and it's coming to Nintendo Switch in 2025. Retro Studios is back at the helm, and from what we've seen in the latest trailer, this is shaping up to be Samus Aran's biggest mission yet. Beyond the stunning visuals and classic Prime exploration, the biggest game changer is also the psychic powers. Yet Samus is tapping into telekinetic abilities, letting her manipulate objects, trigger mechanisms, and even control the trajectory of her shots. This is just a gimmick, it's a total evolution of how Metroid plays. And one thing's for sure, 2025 belongs to Samus.
She's not alone though. Abhorrent, alien creatures living in the jungle are waiting to strike. As she explores the planet, Samus is granted mysterious and ancient powers. Psychic abilities. These powers allow Samus to operate mechanisms and to open doors. They also allow her to control the trajectory of her beams with the power of her mind. But why were these powers bestowed upon Samus?
Alright Dragon Quest fans, this is not just a drill. Square Enix is reviving the first two Dragon Quest games in full HD 2D and it's looking beyond gorgeous. If you've played Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D Remake, you already know the vibe. Lush pixel art meets modern 3D effects, turning these classics into storybook magic. For old school fans, this is the perfect nostalgia hit. For newcomers, the ultimate way to experience where it all began. The Elric trilogy is finally complete, and with a fluid combat, reworked soundtrack, and timeless storytelling, this remake might just be the best way to play the OG RPGs. 2025 can't come soon enough.
Welcome to Pokémon Legends ZA, a new title in the Pokémon series.
Alright, Pokémon Legends ZA just got even more hype, and this new Nintendo Direct reveal is giving us serious Battle Royale energy. The ZA Royale is basically Pokémon meets Underground Fight Club. By day you're out in the wild leveling up, but once night hits, it's fight or flight. Literally, sneak attacks, dodging higher ranked opponents, and clutch plays will separate the weak from the legends. This is Pokémon like we've never seen before. And honestly, I'm all for it.
If you sense trouble, get to safety. There are Pokémon that live outside wild zones too. Some of them can even be found on rooftops. People and Pokémon live easygoing lives in Lumio City. But when night falls, the city's aura transforms. Highly skilled trainers are invited to participate in a tournament, the ZA Royale. Trainers await in battle zones. Farming and Life Sim has no shortage of activities to get up to.
Oh, you must be the new farmer!
Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar is once getting the full remake treatment, dropping August 27, 2025 on Switch. If you played the original Harvest Moon Grand Bazaar on the DS, you'll remember the charm, running your farm, selling goods at the weekly market, and slowly bringing Zephyr Town back to life. Now, Marvelous is giving it a full-on glow-up with 3D visuals, new characters, and even a wind glider. If they nail the pacing and keep the bazaar fun instead of grindy, this could be a cozy sim masterpiece. Fingers crossed.
Taking advantage of Zephyr Town's windy conditions can make travel and other tasks a breeze.
Here we go!
The winds of change are coming, and your new life on the farm begins when Story of Seasons. Aim, time your button press just right, and take your shot.
Everybody's Golf Hotshots is heading to Nintendo Switch in 2025, marking the first time a mainline entry from the Sony-owned series will land on a non-PlayStation console. While details are still limited, the reveal was one of the bigger surprises from Nintendo's latest Direct. Traditionally, a PlayStation exclusive franchise, its appearance on Switch could hint at growing collaboration between Sony and Nintendo. Whether it'll come to PlayStation or other platforms remains unclear, but for golf fans, this arcade-style favorite is finally making its way to a new audience.
Up to 4 golfers can hit the fairway together locally or in online play. So just relax and get ready to tee off. Everybody's Golf Hotshot.
At number 6, High on Life is set to arrive on Nintendo Switch on May 6, 2025, after its initial launch in 2022. If you missed it before, this comedic FPS from Rick and Morty creator combines offbeat humor with intergalactic bounty hunting, where players team up with talking guns to take down an alien cartel that uses humans as drugs. The Switch version also comes with a physical edition from limited run games, including the High on Life DL. With all the characters, the unique humor and chaotic gameplay, High on Life is a fun addition to the Switch library. Raido Remastered, The Mystery of the Soulless Army is bringing a fresh coat of paint to the 2006 PS2 classic Devil Summoner vs. the Soulless Army. Set in an alternate 1931 Japan, this action RPG follows a detective and devil summoner protecting Tokyo from supernatural threats. With enhanced graphics, a revamped battle system, full voice acting, and quality of life improvements, it's shaping up to be a fantastic update. Releasing June 19, 2025 on all major platforms, this remaster will definitely give fans of the Megami Tensei series something to look forward to.
Work with your demons to strike an enemy's weak point, then follow up with a powerful attack. Cooperation is the key to victory. You can even turn opposing demons into allies. Demons can also be useful outside of battle. And their powers are helpful in finding solutions during investigations. Guide Raido through a series of strange incidents
I assume you're the bird who gave us a call?
as he uncovers a conspiracy that will shake the capital to its core. Raido Remastered.
Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, is finally making its way to Switch. And if you love the idea of adventure, time travel, and building your dream life, this one's for you. At its core, Fantasy Life I is a slow life RPG, meaning you can take things at your own pace, exploring, battling, gathering materials, or just decorating your home to perfection. But what really makes this special is you're not just living in the present, you're traveling 1,000 years into the past. This game is shaping up to be the perfect mix of cozy and adventurous. Coming out May 21st.
I misjudged you the last time we met. I won't make the same mistake again.
Zack & Stone, The Legend of the Hidden World, just dropped a fresh trailer, and it's giving serious action RPG with a platforming twist. Skyward Entertainment is bringing back those golden age vibes, but with a modern edge. You're playing as Shiren, jumping between two wild, colorful worlds, one vibrant and full of life, the other dark and packed with danger. Think platformer meets RPG with swords, spells, loot, and even roguelike temple. If you're craving something nostalgic yet fresh, this could be it. Keep an eye out on the Nintendo eShop.
Believed my world to be real. It was the same question that consumed my father and his father before him. They were on the verge of some kind of change. Until your kind came along. I've spent decades preparing for this.
Deep below ground, in the dark and fathomless Sunderlands, hope persists in the animal village of Arden, your home.
Thunderfolk is shaping up to be a standout cooperative turn-based RPG that mixes the charm of tabletop gaming with modern tech. You don't need to worry about physical maps or complicated rules, everything is managed through your phone. Each player picks from a roster of 6 anthropomorphic characters, each with unique abilities. Combat plays out on a hexagonal grid, and there's no set turn order, letting you strategize freely with your teammates. The game shines in its simplicity, making it easy for newcomers to dive in without the steep learning curve of traditional tabletop games. Launching April 23, it's definitely worth keeping an eye on.
Monsters away. Oh dear, Shadowstone everywhere. The corruption is so powerful. So Arden has protected. Disappointing. You will test your resolve, face unfathomable threats, find camaraderie, and employ impeccable strategy. But your adventure's just getting started. And like any good adventure, this one is best shared.
I'm a buckle. Tornado saw Hanji Clausen yesterday.
Tamagotchi Plaza is about to drop on the Switch on June 27, 2025, and it's bringing all the nostalgia with a twist. You're running 12 different shops in Tamakigo Town with over 100 Tamagotchi characters making appearances. The whole vibe? Cozy, with minigames, shop management, and even a 2-player co-op mode in some shops. If you've got Tamagotchi Uni, you can link it up to unlock exclusive items, which is a cool little bonus. Whether you're into the OG characters like Mamechi or the new ones, this shop sim looks like it's got the perfect chill vibe for Switch fans.
Did you want to talk?
Aw. Glad that was only a dream.
Shadow Labyrinth is coming at us July 18 and is basically Bandai Namco saying, what if Pac-Man was dark and futuristic? You're this warrior dude, swordsman, no, 8, slicing through a hostile planet with your buddy Puck helping you out. There's action, exploration, and some wild puzzle solving, plus this mini Pac-Man mazes, and you can unlock a giant mecha called Gaia to take down huge bosses, so that's pretty hype. Pre-orders are live on PS5 and Xbox, and trust me, this one's got major retro vibes with a twist.
Don't just defeat enemies. Consume them. Embrace your true purpose. Become the apex predator.
Coming up behind that, it's The Eternal Life of Goldman. It's this hand-drawn 2D platformer that's straight up like stepping into an old-school animated movie. You're exploring this crazy cool archipelago inspired by ancient myths, unlocking new abilities with your cane and taking on some seriously wild creatures. But it's not the kind of game that frustrates you with impossible moves. It's all about discovering hidden paths without losing your mind. It's coming to PC, PlayStation, Xbox and Switch. And trust me, this one's got written all over it. If you love dope visuals and unique vibes, check it out. Imagine building an entire city on the back of a massive creature that's wandering through the end of the world. That's the heart of the Wandering Village, and it's heading to the Nintendo Switch on July 17, 2025. Think of it like a mix between SimCity and Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. You're not just managing your village, you're also balancing your relationship with this huge creature whose health and survival are as important as your people. You'll need to farm, gather resources, and expand your settlement, all while keeping the big boy alive. Definitely one worth keeping on your radar. If you've ever wanted to live out your magical school dreams, Witchbrook is the one to keep an eye on. This one's all about blending everyday life with a bit of spellcasting. You're a fresh-faced apprentice at Witchbrook College in the cozy town of Mossport. Think of it as a mix of Stardew Valley and Harry Potter. You'll attend classes, learn spells, and dive into the local life world that evolves with the seasons. What really stands out is the balance between your magical studies and social interactions. And there's multiplayer too, so you and 3 friends can jump in, garden together, or just explore the world. Alright, so if you've been craving some cynical life sim action, Tomodachi Life is making a comeback, and it's called Living the Dream, and it's headed to the Switch in 2026. For those who remember the original from back in 2014, it's that same weirdness but with a new tropical island setting. You'll be creating Miis, throwing them into ridiculous situations like trash-throwing arguments or strange dream sequences. It's one of those games where the fun is in watching all these odd moments unfold with zero logic, which makes it all the more entertaining. Keep your eyes peeled for it on Switch next year. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is shaping up to be a real treat for anyone who loves a good old beat-em-up. It's got that classic arcade vibe, which is honestly perfect if you're into co-op games with friends. You've got Spider-Man, Wolverine, Captain America, and more going up against Annihilus and his army. So yeah, the stakes are pretty high, and if you've ever played TMNT Shredder's Revenge, then you already know Dodemu knows how to nail that retro feel. Great pixel art, lots of button mashing, and honestly, it's looking like a solid tribute to both old school arcades. Definitely one to watch this winter.
minutes until oxygen 0.
Number 18, it's No Sleep for Date, the next chapter in the AI The Somnium Files games. And if you're into detective mysteries with a twist, this one's probably going to hit the spot. You're back as Date, solving a case that's all kinds of strange, involving an internet idol stuck in some twisted escape game. What's cool is the new escape gameplay. So now, besides diving into dream worlds and investigating crime scenes, you'll be solving puzzles to break out of locked rooms. It's a nice mix of tension and strategy, especially if you like the dream-hopping mechanics in the last two games. Keep an eye out for it dropping on July 25th.
Within their psyche. And solve mind-bending puzzles in an explorable environment. Everything you learn will bring you one step closer to the truth. Uncover what's hidden in reality and dreams to rescue Iris.
Patapon 1+2 Replay is landing on Switch this July 11. It's a remastered collection of the beloved rhythm-based action games originally released in 2007. The premise here is you command these little Patapon creatures by drumming beats to lead them in battles. Each Patapon class adds strategic depth and, with over 400 weapons and items to collect, and new difficulty settings and timing tweaks, Patapon 1+2 Replay is both nostalgic and fresh for modern gamers. It's a bit in the same style of the famous PSP Loco Roco. It basically started then. And it's one hell of creative journey.
Attack, ready, aim, fire. Connect combos with various commands. Got the fever! The original fun is still there, but now with enhanced high-resolution visuals. The support functions are newly implemented for easy play. With delicate and mysterious Patapons. Let's make some noise for Fever Time!
And last but not least, Gradius Origins, launching August 7 this year, is bringing together 7 classic titles alongside a brand new entry in the side-scrolling shmup series. And the collection includes the original Gradius games, a game that was celebrated for the fast action and the introduction of the legendary Konami Code. You will now relive the nostalgia with modern features like online leaderboards, quick save/load, and reduced hit detection. A standout addition here is also Salamander 3, the first new entry in over 15 years. Basically a tribute to 80s arcade gaming and a fresh experience for new fans alike.